Alpha Team Singapore that is starting up there in the northern parts of the map. Of course, their opponents from Fury shall start on the opposite side down south. Now, this is Ruinberg, of course, a map we've seen quite a lot for the past 2 days. So an urban map, but a pretty well-balanced one as well. Of course, there's this massive field outside to the east as well. So the city edge also pretty important.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you gotta use the cover of the buildings and the terrain to your advantage. You can't just go out there guns blazing and expect to win.
Absolutely, and right now we're taking a look at Team Fury that's committing quite a lot of tanks as expected to the city, and now switching back to Alpha Team Singapore that's actually spreading out to the field.
Yeah, it looks like they're
quite
trying
cheeky.
it looks like they're trying to take control of this the outer city and the field. It looks like they might try and just first scout out where the enemy is and then possibly push in towards the enemy base.
Well, and speaking of scouts here, the Alpha Team Singapore that decided to go with 2 T1s and 1 AMX-13, as a matter of fact. This one controlled by their captain, Disguise, whereas their opponents from Fury just sticking to 2 T1s. And all of the rest actually just IS-3s and 110, so all heavy tanks.
Yeah, definitely. And both these teams kind of have a pretty similar lineup to last game. This is a fairly urban map, so as the last map, they really want to rely on those heavy tanks.
Yes, indeed. And one Fury tank that has been spotted by the Singaporean scout out there, so they know that well, the city edge is being well protected at the moment, but yes, Alpha Team Singapore that's really well spread out here on this map. And well, the main difference once again when it comes to the tank selection is that well, the Alpha Team Singapore decided to sacrifice a lot of firepower for more mobility, and they're using this to their advantage at this point. I mean, not advantage, but they're definitely playing with that. Right now we're taking a look at Disguise, the team captain was just roaming around the field with his AMX-13. Yeah,
definitely.
Because in terms of firepower, like Fury definitely having this one extra heavy tank, but if their scouts are taken out early, it might cost them.
Yeah, definitely. They don't want to lose any tanks right here, because actually 5 of the tanks on the Fury team are heavy tanks, 4 of those being IS-3s. You don't want to lose any of those tier 8s, because one tier 8 can cost you the match.
You don't want to go in blind either, because of course if those 2 T1s are taken down, let's say by the Alpha Team Singapore captain with a superior AMX-13,
oh, a nice shot coming out.
Of which,
yeah, coming out from Hobbs, he did take out that first scout on the Fury team, so the Fury team will be a slightly blind in that kind of central city area on the west side.
And Hobbs doing a pretty good job here with his T1 as well, taking out the scouts. So unfortunately for the Fury team, they only have 1 T1 scout remaining. They're gonna have to be pretty careful out there, because let us not forget that AMX-13 is just really roaming around the place looking for that last scout.
Yep.
And speaking of the devil, look at that last remaining T1 on the Fury side that has been spotted actually by
oh yeah, and actually this guy might take this out right here if he gets a nice shot. It's gonna be a 1-shot, 1 kill, and
and there you go. That's exactly what we expected. Brilliantly done.
Yeah, nice shot coming out. So actually Fury losing both their scouts now, so they are gonna be blind, or a little bit more blind than they are now.
And once again, I gotta give credit to the Alpha Team Singapore. They just sort of bet on the fact that AMX-13 tier 8 light tank is extremely mobile, as well as very fast tank. It's got superior armor than the other T1s, of course, obviously. So they actually counted on their captain to sort of scout well and find out those 2 enemy T1s, which they did, and now they're gone. So pretty much now Alpha Team Singapore trying to go for a combined push here.
Yeah, and actually we could see a battle right here, because both these teams are trying to fight for this inner city area. Oh, and this IS-3 coming in quite close. The Singaporeans do have to back up because they are outnumbered.
Yeah, they are outnumbered, but they have been spotted as well. So definitely, if they can hold their ground, then help will be on the way. Well, at the same time, as a matter of fact, we can see the Alpha Team Singapore going for a sneak sort of capture.
Yeah, and actually
they might actually pull this off.
Yeah, I think they're trying to flank the enemy team right now. They know that all the members of the Fury team are grouped up right now, so they are just going to kind of
they don't have any other choice. As a matter of fact, Fury, that they only have their AIs-3s left, their heavy tanks left, so they have to go for this concentrated push, whereas yes, the Singaporean team definitely having more options out there, and those two IS-3s really holding their ground.
Oh, nice shot coming out though. They are actually taking out the Fury team, even though they are outnumbered. They did take out one of the IS-3s.
Oh, they're really just using coverage beautifully well. Like there's this kind of wee.
Oh my lord! They actually are winning this firefight, even though they're outnumbered.
They're really low on hit points though. But look at that. Meanwhile, like the enemy base